welcome back, dear viewers, to Saturday Morning Show here again after, of course, we just saw a small report of Time to Focus. But we're back here in the studio. I got two, actually three very esteemed and interesting guests, you know. Three of them can do lots of harm to you if you actually, if they're like you. Well, first let me start with our adult guest, actually here, Captain, let me say. I always get mixed up with the name, so excuse me.
No problem.
But I get the last name, which is of course Hafid al-Jundi, trainer, and of course Abdurrahman Khalifa, وعمرو السيد. Who's Abdurrahman? Who's Amr?
He's Abdurrahman.
And you all are actually very active when it comes to karate.
Yes.
MashaAllah. Let me ask first of all, I'm your trainer right there, Mr. Amr, or Mr. Hafid, I'm sorry. As a captain, you have, mashallah, two black belt, two dan. That's definitely very high level of martial arts. First of all, tell me about the first thing that, you know, when these two kids came up to you and said, well, you know, I want to learn karate. What did you teach them? What is the points that they have to know to become, let me say, karate players?
The karate players, when you start about karate, I get you information about the karate is self-defense. Self-defense is near teach him how can respect yourself and respect your colleague, and before respect your coach. And then we try to learn him how be a good player in community. Try on another hand help him to how be good in his life and studies. This help, all these elements help him in his life. But when I teach him some skills. These skills learn him how can defend himself by kata and komite, and we start by kihon is a source of karate.
What is it called?
Kihon.
Okay.
Is starting by how.
Chinese word or?
No, it's Japanese.
Japanese.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Certainly. Now, Mr. Hafid, tell us a little bit more about karate. As to for all the parents who are watching us right now in Saturday morning, how it is that the parents can actually start to enroll their kids to the karate club. What are the ages by which you take the children in the club?
When I speak about the ages, for start between 5 years we can start, because in this age the bones of this children of our children be involved in individual, and about the mind is be good to understanding the orders and everything.
Indeed. Now, Abdurrahman, how old are you? You're 10 years old. And Amro, how old are you?
I'm 9 years old.
9 years old. So when did you start, Abdurrahman and Amro? What age did you start karate in?
Mr. Muhammad or another Mr.?
With another Mr. and Mr. Muhammad. When you were 8 years old. And Amro, what about you? When you were 8 years old. So how did you boys start karate? I mean, did you watch many movies or like Karate Kid or different cartoons with karate? Why did you decide to learn karate?
Because karate gives me self-confidence, and it teaches me to have a group working, and it also teaches me how to defend myself in a dangerous situation without any kind of weapons, and most of all, it helps me to have a fast reaction.
What is a dangerous situation? Can you tell me what could be a dangerous situation?
When someone wants to beat me.
Someone comes to beat you?
Yes.
Why someone would come to beat you?
Maybe I made for him something.
Maybe, but actually,
Yes.
I like the first answer. It's very, you know, it's a pretty good answer. You took the best out of karate: self-defense, group work, self-confidence. These are all great points. But let me tell you about. I'm sure that you know you like to watch movies like Karate Kid,
Yes.
Jackie Chan. I'm sure you're a big fan of him. You know, do you wish in the future to have a black belt like your captain here, or you know it's just self-defense, as Amro said?
No, we want to have black belts.
You want to be a coach, and Amro?
Yes, I
You too. Did you ever get in a case where you have to self-defense yourself?
Yes?
Were you ever in a point where someone tried to beat you and you did a couple of moves on him, or
Not
you don't use that
No.
school?
No, we don't use it at
You don't use
school.
it at school?
No.
But you could use it?
Yes.
Really? Well, let me ask you, Captain, is it, for example, people like their age who play karate, is it a fact that, well, if someone actually approaches him and try to, whatever it was, to steal from him or to offend him in some way, can they actually really, hurt him, even if he had a bigger body, or do you think this is only if it was a game?
Really, we have a rules. Our training in here, in our school, we put this training under control rules. These rules help us to annul any problems from accidents, from any hurts. In also international school, we have a strong rule a little bit to keep our children away from any problem or any accident. It's about the tatami, the place we do it karate, and how can deal with each other and him, and they can do these rules without any problems. This rules is say like how can dress sweet karate without make something like bad things. How can do this movement of karate without any violent, any aggressive, so he will be in the safe side.
Certainly. Now, Mr. Mohammed, when children come to you to register in the karate club, what are some of the things that you have to keep in mind? I mean, are there certain children who are disqualified from getting karate lessons?
Disqualified.
Yes.
Just
Maybe some of the children who are not really healthy enough, who are perhaps like, their body weight is not
in this point, we all know that sport and healthy is a two-face to same coin. So when I speak about general sport, we try to keep our children in have a good health. Okay, if some children come to me and have some problems, fatly or not be qualified to do something, I take him with me in the team and try to learn him a good ways or benefits to try to be good, okay, in his life, and away from eating badly or do bad behavior, to keep him. We are a teacher and coach, help him in his life, not try to disqualify and keep it away. We are here to teach him.
Definitely interesting. Let me ask you about these, martial arts games. We know karate, kung fu, taekwondo. What is the difference? I mean, for example, as they say, is it a fact that, well, kung fu and taekwondo are probably, more dangerous, more active, could hurt more than karate, or is it all, the same sport at the end? But for example, in taekwondo you use your feet, and in karate it's use your body, and kung fu it's more about the mind. How does it go?
Let's go. Do you want some compare or comparison?
Yes,
between?
please.
Okay. As comparison about karate, first is self-defense. It's different. Second, learn him respect. Third, get him under control. When he pets the head friend, he respect him. When he say us, he start we respect him. Okay. Second, third, fourth, I'm in here. I can say when he do something, okay, he put him under control. He tried to touch him in this sport. It's different. If kung fu and taekwondo, he tried to pit him strongly. He put his power under control. It's different in the karate.
Certainly. And what is getting back with you, Abdurrahman and Amro? Now, who is better in karate? You?
Yes.
Because you're the orange belt, and Amro, you're the yellow belt. How many belts did you have before you take the yellow belt, Amro?
Only one belt.
Only one belt. What was that belt?
The white belt.
The white belt. And what about you, Abdurrahman?
2 belts.
2 belts. And that is?
Yellow and white.
The yellow and the white. Which one was first?
White.
The white one was first. Okay. Now, tell me as to how it is that you guys practice. How many times a week do you go and practice karate?
Triple a week.
3 times a week. And what about you, Amro? Is it
Twice a week.
3 times a week?
Twice.
Twice a week you go. Right. And what about the other days of the week? Do you practice at home? Maybe mom, dad, your brothers, sisters?
Yes.
You do?
Show them what I did in the school.
You show them what it is that you do.
Do you punch?
Show us something what you do. Like, how do you do it? What is your favorite hand gesture, let's say?
Well, do you do the punch thing?
Yes.
Is your punch strong?
We don't fight.
Oh, you don't fight.
But we don't fight.
Next year you'll go
Yes.
into fight. Are you ready to fight? You want to take one-on-one? A little bit.
Why?
You'll probably win, buddy. Don't worry about it.
The beginner teams we starting is like learning him Kihon and Kata first, because it's a source, and then when we have more experience, we try to learn him committee, because we need more experience, understand everything in karate. Okay, in Kata learn him mini kata start from Hayan Shudan is first kata, and then second the level is Hayan Nidan. Each belt have a kata different. Okay, try the beginner learning Kihon and then first, second, step by step.
Now, do you have competitions or championships with karate?
Of course, in Saudi we have.
There's a federation also for.
We're starting to
martial
make
arts.
something small competition between the schools and try to make in Riyadh competition, and then is national competition, and then we have international competitions.
Interesting.
And we have a World Cup.
Wow. Let me just ask you one last question before we take our report.
Yeah.
Can anybody join at any age? Like, for example, I'm a 28-year-old, adult almost, and
Of course. We start about 4 or 5 years, but for any age is normal.
I'll give you a call after the show. Small report. After that, we'll be right back. Stay tuned.
And of course, right now we are here at the Ellison International School at Ellison Karate Kid. And just a minute ago, we saw a performance of the Karate Kids was amazing. And of course, you had one of the kids here. Can you tell us your name, please?
My name is Abdurrahman Ashraf.
And of course, tell me, how old are you?
I am 10 years old.
And of course, you tell me which grade you're in.
I am in grade 5.
And of course, I've seen the belt on you here. Okay, tell me what kind of belt you have.
I got the orange belt.
Orange belt?
Yes.
Very good. Okay, last question. What would you like to say to the kids or family watching? Any advice for them?
Yes, karate is a good game or sport. It can be get you a fast reaction.
That's really good. What's your name?
My name is Hassan Qasim.
And of course, tell me, how old are you?
I'm 10 years old.
And which grade are you in?
I'm grade 5.
And tell me about your belts. What color is it?
I got the yellow belt.
Okay, anything you'd like to say to the kids or family?
Yes, karate is a good sport for the body.
And of course, right now we have here the master, the big boss, of course, the coach, Mr. Muhammad Hafid, of course. Sir, how long have you been working as a karate teacher?
I'm working karate teacher as nearly to coach 8 years. I'm going to be a coach, okay? In my life, in my here team is a first year in the school, okay? We have a kids to do karate in here.
That's really good.
Yeah.
And of course, sir, since you were doing the sport as a player, and how are you, now you're a coach, do you still practice the skill, of the sport?
What?
You still practice the skills of the sport?
Still, yeah.
Skills.
Skills, okay. In here, skills of karate, we have karate consists of two performances, kata and komite. In kata is a vertical way, a vertical show, and the komite is a fight between two players by rules. This rules and control. This is performance two things.
Welcome back, dear viewers, to Saudi Morning Show. After we just saw a small report of our karate kids, as Sultan Abed described you. Do you mean Sultan Abed, the reporter? You didn't meet him, okay. He's actually a pretty funny guy.
You met him, the guy with the mic who was talking to you.
Yes, at school.
Sultan Abed. He called you Karate Kid. I'm sure you like the movie Karate Kid. Who's your idol when it comes to karate? Is it Bruce Lee, Jackie Chan? Is it?
But they don't play karate.
Karate.
Oh, they play different sort of.
Yeah.
Who plays karate? Who's famous that you guys know about?
My coach.
Of course, the coach. That's a good answer, actually. That I'm
Very
one fan.
smart answer, yes.
Exactly,
Yeah.
yeah.
Now, here in the studio, we are having our discussion about the discipline of karate. Joining us here in the program is Mr. Muhammad Hafiz Al-Jundi, who's a karate trainer, and the karate kids with us, Abdurrahman and Amro. Now, Abdurrahman and Amro, are there certain things that you have to eat, especially like maybe not too many candies and chocolates? Are there some things that your coach tells you to eat so that you would be more fit to do karate?
Yes, we eat vegetables and drink also milk. So of that we can have more power.
So what are the vegetables that you should eat that gives you more power to have karate expertise?
Carrots,
Tomato, cucumber.
carrots,
Tomatoes, cucumbers. And what about you, Amro?
carrots, and nothing.
All vegetables in general, I would think. Huh?
Now, there are lots of the children who go to school and who want to learn karate, but they are not really so fit to learn karate because they eat lots of junk food, lots of burgers and French fries and things which are not good. What would you say to the kids?
You can eat, but not
Not
you
much
can
more.
eat few candies.
So you can still enjoy actually the nice taste of that fast food, the hamburgers. I'm sure actually it is definitely important because it has protein, so it's good. But Amro and Abdurrahman, you two were really great guests. You want to end this episode with a punch or with a move or?
No
Very cool,
thanks.
huh? You don't want to do any move or anything?
Not enough space.
There's one guy over there that I'm going to tell you to fight after the show. And also our captain, Mr. Hafid Al-Jundi. I would like to thank you so much.
Thank you.
It was a pleasure. And just before we end this, just one last advice or question.
Anybody can join at any time, at any age.
Yeah.
course.
As long as that he still has the will.
Sport for all, and
Sports.
karate for all.
Sports for all. Great said. Thank you guys again. We appreciate it, and hope to see you soon. So when you have black belt like Mr. Hafid, you know, give me a call if you're free. We'll do something. Dear viewers, a small report actually from, and just before we go to the report, let's mention that regarding any question regarding this segment, or if you'd like to join, if you'd like to be the future Jackie Chan or Bruce Lee, or like Amro and Rahman, you could always contact us through our social websites, starting with the Facebook, which is Saudi Morning Show, again the Twitter, which is Saudi Channel 2 or Saudi CH2, and of course the email, which I always have issues remembering. It's of course saudimorning@sauditv2.tv. Small report. After that, we'll be back. So stay tuned.